Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Rowberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Spring and Summer 2020 Sniff session, where we are taking the time to sniff through each and every category of this brand new catalog that launches tomorrow. I am so excited, and I'm so excited to sniff through my favorite category with you guys, which is the bakery collection. I love this all times of the year, spring, summer, fall, winter, you name it, any day of the week. Any time of the day, I am always in the mood for a good, delicious bakery scent. So let's go ahead and get started. There are 12 scents that we are going to sniff our way through. Oh yes, are there even any new? There's not even any new releases. And I just realized that in the Woods and Spice collection that we sniffed through yesterday, there were no new releases either. So no newbies, but these are some goodies. So let's go ahead and get started. The first fragrance we're going to sniff through is Apple Butter Frosting. And this is a definite favorite of mine. Definitely fantastic all year round. Definitely an amazing performer. This is so good. This is delicious. It is, I always say this, it's apple cider meets a delicious vanilla-based buttercream rich frosting. It's so good. You have that like light sweetness from the apple, but that rich vanilla-based buttercream scent that is just so good. So, and it's delicious, and it's, as I mentioned, a very, very good performer. So love this one. And Scentsy says Apple Butter Frosting, a heartwarming medley of cinnamon spiced apples and decadent vanilla buttercream. If cinnamon scents tend to turn you off, there is a spice to this, but it's not overwhelming. Like the apple and that like vanilla buttercream base is what comes forward before anything else. But there is just a hint of that like fall spice, but it's done perfectly. So love that. So that's Apple Butter Frosting. Next is Apple Cherry Strudel, another favorite of mine. Not a fantastic performer as far as length. This is very strong when it first starts out, but it just doesn't last a heck of a long time. So, but honestly, I love this so much that I'm okay with it. So this, if you love Apple Butter Frosting, you're gonna love this one just as much. It is really nice. You have that apple, but there's this, instead of that vanilla buttercream base, you take that same sweet apple scent, but change that buttercream base to a like buttery pie crust, you know? So it's really nice. So it's apples. You do get a little bit of cherry, and I don't love cherry fragrances, but the way this is done is just so perfect. The mixture of the apple with that like pastry scent just evens out that super sweet cherry scent that can oftentimes be too sweet, but this is done so good. Oh, it's so nice. So in fact, I remember basically any event that I've ever done, I did one event at it was a holiday event that I had done, and then also at a couple of home parties. Every time I warm this, people are like, oh my gosh, like what is this? I have to know what this is. It's so good. That's what it is. It's so good. Apple Cherry Strudel, Granny Smith apple, cherry, and vanilla drizzle. Insist on dessert first. Yes, please. So that is Apple Cherry Strudel. Love this one. And next, you guys should see my table down here. It's a sea of like beige wax. Next we have Baked Apple Pie. And this one is a definite, is this a bestseller? Scentsy says it's not a bestseller. This one has been around for a long time, and I mean, if you love a good baked apple pie scent, this is gonna check those boxes for you. It's just baked apple pie. It's cinnamon spices, it's apples, you get that kind of crust, you get that ooey gooey, like apple syrupy center. It's really nice. It's sweet, but it is a little bit heavier on the cinnamon than I would like, but it does, I mean, it smells exactly like a baked apple pie, and it is nice and strong too. So let me tell you what Scentsy says about this. Baked apple pie, flaky crust, apples and spices, combined in a strong scent. Scentsy even says it here. Like, how many times do they actually state this is a strong scent? They don't. So you can take their word for it. This is a strong scent. So if you love a good strong one, you don't really care what it smells like, you just want something nice and strong, baked apple pie, that is for you. Okay, next is blueberry cheesecake. And this one is a favorite of my husband's. And this one is, I love this one too. This one was a late bloomer for me because blueberry cheesecake has been around for a while, like years. I think even before my time. This has been around for a long time. And just always smelling it, I'm like, man, it smells just like a blueberry cheesecake. Go figure. And it does. And I always thought, like, I love me a good bakery scent. Like, I want my house to smell like cookies. I want my house to smell like cake. But do I want my house to smell like cheesecake? Like, I always like ran that in my head. I'm like, it smells good, but do I want my house to smell like cheesecake? And I always thought I didn't. But then I popped it in my warmers and I love it. And my husband loves it even more. In fact, this was the very first scent that he ever commented on saying that he loved it. He was just like, whatever's happening in here right now, we need to keep that up. So I was like, done. Oh my gosh. So this smells rich. You smell every aspect of that cheesecake. You get the sweet blueberries. You get that rich cheesecake scent, but you also get the sweet graham cracker crust of that cheesecake as well. It's so good. I know some people tend to think that this smells sour or like sour milk. I don't smell that, but I do smell a really delicious cheesecake scent, that is for sure. So Scentsy says, blueberry cheesecake, thick, rich New York cheesecake with a light graham cracker crust and delicious blueberries. Enough said. Like, you really can smell every aspect of this scent. It's so good. That is blueberry cheesecake. Is this upside down? Here we go. Blueberry cheesecake. And next we have brownie batter. And this one is a fairly new scent. And it smells like brownie batter, but I'm kind of, who knows? This may be one that winds up wowing me later on, but I'm not one who loves to have my home fragrance smell like chocolate. Like, I love to like eat some good chocolate, but I just don't know. I feel like I might need to mix this with something like a good, ooh, you know it would be good with this? Mixing this with like hazelnut frosting. You guys hear that? We just got a Ring doorbell, so we're like playing around with it. That's pretty funny. Oh man, yeah, so this, I mean, it smells like brownie batter. It really does smell like a legit brownie. Oh, it smells so good. I feel like I need something a little bit, I don't know. I may mix this with hazelnut frosting. That smells like that would be like a really good mix. But let me know in the comments if you are a lover of brownie batter and if I need to just do it. Just do it. Because this would have to take over like my entire downstairs. And I feel like that might be a little bit too much chocolate for my house. I don't know, we'll see. Scentsy says brownie batter, rich, heavenly notes of baked brownie, cocoa powder, and vanilla bean will set the stage for some serious cravings. And that's the thing. It smells like I've got a piece of chocolate in front of my face. Like, it really does smell like, and not just chocolate. Like, you do smell that, like it's more of a bakery brownie, not just like a piece of Hershey's chocolate. This is an actual brownies in front of my face, and like I do want to bite it. But as far as home fragrance, I just don't know that I want my house to smell like this. But who knows? I just got done telling you about blueberry cheesecake and how like for years, and legit it was years, that I was just like, yeah, I don't want my house to smell like cheesecake. And then I stuck it in my warmers and I'm like, yeah, I want my house to smell like cheesecake. So who knows? I may be getting on the brownie train at some point. So that's brownie batter. Next is butter pecan. Okay, this one was a scent of the month a while back, and this is so good. And it's so rich and it is strong. I love this. It is a vanilla base, so if you don't like vanilla scents, well, if you don't like vanilla scents, you're probably not even watching this bakery video, but because most bakery, let's face it, most bakery has a lot of vanilla in it, but not all. But this is a definite like vanilla base, but you do get that nuttiness of the pecan. It's so good. I love that. So delicious. Scentsy says, butter pecan, a blend of candied pecan and maple folded with butter. I don't love maple fragrances, but the maple in this is so toned down that I'm okay with it. Like I don't smell maple in this at all. Even when it's warming, I don't smell the maple. It's just that pecan and that like vanilla butter. Oh, it's so good. So that's butter pecan. And moving right along, we have caramel sugar cone, and this one came back. This one was around last summer, and this is actually a really good mixer. So I like this on its own. I don't love it on its own. I love mixing it though. This is really good mixed with like Johnny Appleseed, like a good apple scent mixed with this is really, really nice. It just smells like, it smells like an ice cream cone. It does. It's nice, but I find this to be more of a mixer. So, Scentsy says, caramel sugar cone, guilt-free gooey caramel, vanilla sugar cone, and a touch of malt. The vanilla, if you are sensitive, vanilla. If you are sensitive to caramel scents, if you're like, oh, those tend to be headache inducing or way too sweet for me. I mean, this is a sweet scent, but I don't pick up that it's predominantly caramel. Like, cause to me, this just smells like an ice cream cone. What's happening outside? Oh, there's planes. Okay, good. Yeah, so it's good. I like this as a mixer. So that's caramel sugar cone. Next is churro. Now this one I do really like, but it is so light. It is so light. Man, is it good though. It really does smell like a churro. It is sugary. It's sugary and you get that cinnamon, that little bit of pastry. It takes me back to a baseball game. Because whenever my husband and I would go to baseball games, we always get churros. They're so good. I love it. And I love me a good churro. Churro baked pastries sprinkled with cinnamon sugar captures that heavenly churro charm. And it is, but it's light. It's light, but I do really like it. So I know I've got a couple of bars of it on hand just because it's so good. I don't know. It's so light. I feel it. Maybe I need more warmers. Who knows? Yeah, so that's churro. Next is Mocha Doodle. And Mocha Doodle has been around for a long time. This one used to be a really good performer. I say used to because I do have like 1 or 2 bars on hand that I do need to warm, but my bestie, she is so like, she's raw and real with me. She's just like, hey, I think, was this in her club? It was either in her club or she picked it up because she was feeling like it. It's not in her club. She picked it up because she was feeling like it. And this used to be a good powerhouse scent. And when she recently got it, it was a total flop. Like it did nothing. I love this scent when it's been a powerhouse. This is a good chocolatey mocha kind of scent. So I like chocolate scents like this. If they've got something a little more to it besides just chocolate, I like that. But yeah, that brownie batter, I am still up in the air on that one. But yeah, Mocha Doodle has always been a really good performer, but she just recently got a bar and it really wasn't. So she was like, what happened? She's like, was the formulation bad? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, dang it. So I actually have a bar of it. So that's kind of on my list of, I mean, shoot, you guys see my wax stash. I've got plenty of things to warm through, but this is kind of on my list of like wanting to warm through fairly soon so that I can kind of report back to her. But yeah, kind of a bummer on that one. But Mocha Doodle. Delicious roasted coffee beans and cocoa balanced with sugar, caramel, and heavy cream. Once again, the caramel is so in the background on this that like it's like you barely even know it's there. It's more coffee, heavy cream, and just that like that mocha, that chocolate and that mocha just kind of scent, you know? So Mocha Doodle. Next is sugar cookie. And this one is a favorite of mine for sure. This is good on its own. This is amazing as a mixer. It just smells like sugar cookies. That's it. That's all it is. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No, nothing complicating anything. No crazy fancy special ingredients. It's just a good sugar cookie. So Scentsy says, warm sweet blend of butter, sugar, and creamy vanilla. There you go. If you are giving a gift, this is always a good one to kind of just, if you don't know what someone likes, you can really never go wrong with sugar cookie. This is also makes a really good mixer. Anything that you are trying to give more of a bakery scent to, sugar cookie. Pretty much every time. I love it. Next is toasted marshmallow. So toasted marshmallow was actually a part of a, was it called Fireside? It was a summertime limited time bundle, and they decided to bring it back. And I'm so glad because I actually added it to my Scentsy Club because it's just that good. Now I know in yesterday's video when we were talking about the Woods collection, I touched on Bonfire Beach smelling very similar to Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works. This smells closer to Marshmallow Fireside than Bonfire Beach. Bonfire Beach has that kind of like beachy, like sea salt air kind of note along with it, where this does not. This is just marshmallow, a little bit of woods, a little bit of that like kind of smoky, it's that smoky marshmallowy kind of scent. It's so good. So this is, I think, much closer to that. So, and it's a really good performer. Love this. Scentsy says toasted marshmallow. The summer staple goes gourmet with hints of smoked caramel and vanilla bean malt. You do get that like smoked scent here. And I even get a little bit of woods. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Love that. Hence why it was in my Scentsy Club. I don't remember if it's still in there or if I gave it the boot. I have to double check on all these things today. If you have a Scentsy Club subscription, double check all your stuff today. Today is the last day to like add any of our retiring fragrances into your Scentsy Club before they are locked up into the Scentsy Vault. So that is on my millions of things to do list today. So toasted marshmallow. And last but most certainly not least is vanilla bean buttercream. And this one is a good staple for any vanilla lover because you can never go wrong with a really good vanilla based scent, or just vanilla. That's all it is. It's just rich bakery vanilla. Once again, kind of along the same lines as sugar cookie. Sugar cookie has more of that like bready, that more cookie kind of scent. It's more cookie, where vanilla bean buttercream, it's much richer. So if you are going on, if you're on the fence between the two scents and if the like extra sweet scents tend to be too sweet for you, I would go sugar cookie every single time. This is sweeter, it's more rich, and it's delicious. It's just rich vanilla bean buttercream. It really is just that. Oh, so good. Vanilla bean buttercream, decadent buttercream frosting made with the freshest butter whipped with cane sugar and vanilla extract. It is like vanilla overload and it's perfection. Oh, so good. And that is vanilla bean buttercream. And this is a bestseller. The two bestsellers in this lineup were vanilla bean buttercream and blueberry cheesecake. So, okay, in this sniff session that we have been doing, I have been picking my favorite three. Oh man, is this gonna be hard. Because this is my favorite category. Okay, two for sure. Okay. I'm gonna give you my 3 with an honorable mention. I feel like that's cheating, but that's okay. Apple butter frosting has to make my top favorites list. Absolutely, 100%. I love it, and if this ever retired, it would have to go in my Scentsy Club. Same with all 4 of these, actually. Next one is the late bloomer of blueberry cheesecake. I know, shocker. When I first ever smelled this, I would have told you you were crazy if I thought this was one of my like ride or die, I can't live without it, because it smells like cheesecake. But it shocked me that I just loved it so much, and that Sean loves it so much too. And then my 3rd would have to be toasted marshmallow. It's so good, you guys. It's so, so good. Now, my honorable mention is, it's gotta be apple cherry strudel. And the reason why that didn't like for sure make my 3 is because I feel like apple butter frosting and apple cherry strudel are so similar that I would have to choose one over the other. They're similar, but they have their differences. So I don't know. I love these 4, but I think if I had to only choose 3, it would be those 3. I love them. But I love this whole bakery section. I just love it. So, all right, you guys, that is it. That is the bakery section that we are getting ready to enjoy this spring and summer season. We do have one more category that we are going to sniff through, and that is the Disney category. We will be sniffing through that tomorrow. That will be the last category in this sniff session. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you are excited to see in the bakery section this spring and summer. I'll check in with you guys later. Bye guys.